everybody, welcome back to IP Farms. Well, it's another beautiful day. Turned off chilly again here. Mid 50s for the high today. Supposed to get some really bad storms Wednesday of this week, but gotta do a little bit of maintenance work today. Change the fuel filters out on 1086. I'm not gonna bore you with that. And I got some new O-rings for the injector lines at the injection pump for the 165. It's been leaking fuel for over a year. Finally got those in, so might capture a little bit of that, and then we'll see what else we can get into. I do have the guy coming today to look at the Super C, and actually he wants Super C, the C, and all the fertilized stuff and cultivators. At least that's what he said he was interested in. So money talks. We'll see how it goes, but I'm not sure what all I'll bring you along for, but definitely the seals on the 165, and see if I can get these filters changed on 1086 right quick. So let's get started on a little bit of pre-spring maintenance. I should have already done this. Well, we got the filters changed. They weren't really as bad as what I thought they were. A little past due, like I said. Cranked it up after we got them changed out, primed up. Same deal, wasn't revving up. What in the world? So I came out here and got looking around at my throttle cable. Don't look too close at the wiring there. It's just the outside sheath of the cable. This came loose from the crimp. It's been like that for going on 5 years now since I've had it. All that's still like it's supposed to be. So I fingered the screen, popped the cable off of the linkage and manually throttled it up, revved up like it was supposed to. Knew there wasn't anything wrong with the pump. So I got to looking when I was doing that, and the shaft back here was not turning in the full motion of the lever. So the bolt had came loose and it had slipped back off the splines, and it had quite a bit of travel on it before it was revving up. So that was the problem with the fuel situation. I wish I would have known that the other day before we got stuck, because I think I could have throttled through that. As high gears I was in, I think I could have went on through, but once it bogged down, that was it. So let's go get on the 165. Now, it seems like I can't win sometimes with this diesel stuff, but anyway, this thing's been leaking for a while right here at this, really out of this bottom injection line. I mean, I think it's leaking several places. I'm pretty sure I got a pinhole in the fuel line there, or a rub place. I think it seeps fuel. But anyway, I tried to fix this a month or so ago when we moved it down here, and I had some copper washers and that didn't work, and it slowed it down some. But basically, the way I understand it, if I'm not mistaken, it's supposed to have one I think it's mild steel or something washer on top and bottom of these banjo nuts fittings rather. So I looked around and I think I found the right thing. Yeah, because I still got the one on top. I don't see how they seal, but that's what was on the loader. So now I'm gonna have to go get a pick so I can dig that one out. We're gonna change this one for sure, and I might crank it up and see if the rest of them are leaking, because that one wouldn't be bad, that one would be bad, but that one back there would be a pain. So let me go get a pick and dig that washer out. So we got these little washers. They're not aluminum. I think that was classified as mild steel. I don't know, but like I said, it's what came with a loader too. Basically, this similar injection pump. So I guess it's a common thing. I'm not a diesel mechanic by any means. Don't claim to be. Do about enough to get me in trouble. Yeah. Oh, and then the phone rings. Welcome back. It's been 3 or 4 days since last time I filmed anything. I think we finished up on the 165, or we're working on it anyway. I changed those washers out on the injection pump, and that didn't fix the leak. I think the problem is, well, I know the problem is the pump's leaking where it's put together there right at the injection lines, and it's just running down to the bottom and then getting all over that line. So makes more sense because those lines hadn't been undone, so there's no reason for them to start leaking. But anyway, we're going to use it today on a couple of things. So I got to get my service truck moved here with the trailer, and then get the level up and cranked up. We got to go out here and get some fuel and hook up to the step deck, and I'll explain a little bit more as we get hooked up as to why. While we're waiting on the truck to warm up a minute, I'll give you a little insight on why we're going to hook up the step deck. I did sell both the Farmalls, the Super C and the regular C, all the cultivators and the fertilized systems with it. I told myself in the beginning when I put them on marketplace for sale, that if I could make the money I wanted to, then I would let them all go. The gentleman came, looked at them, made me an offer. We're where we needed to be, so they're his now. He asked if I could deliver them, and I told him yeah, mainly because he doesn't have a trailer wide enough. You know, the Super C is almost, well, it's about 7.5 feet outside to outside, so that kind of puts it back to a deck over trailer, and all he's got is a regular axle, you know, on the outside. So I told him yeah, that wouldn't be a problem. So it's about an hour and 30 minutes down the road. We factored in some fuel and time, of course, for delivery, so we'll get that on another video. But you know, it's kind of up in there about keeping the Super C, since I got it going and everything, being a chore tractor, maybe pulling a hay vine or baler or something. But I feel like that I would be more prone to jump on the 3000 or the 165 and go after the hay and stuff, and then of course the 1086. So I don't know if I've said it yet in the video, but I do think that probably what we're going to end up doing is not replacing the 180, and we're just going to downsize a little bit because of the shed space. With everything else I've got going on, I don't have time to build that right now, and just put a little bit of money back in the 1086 as time goes along. So enough babbling. Go get some fuel, hook up the trailer, and see if we can get these Farmalls loaded. Got the finish disc hooked up finally. It's been an afternoon. Fertilizer distributor's on the Ford. Everything's good. Checked on the gearbox, greased everything. Got the drill tires pumped up and moved earlier. I'll show you that. It's in the shed. And we're probably going to call it a day. One way you got the sun blaring in your eyes, and the other way you got shadows as big as the moon, it seems. We got all the Farmalls loaded up, tied down, all the fertilizer distributors hoppers, cultivators, all that's on the trailer. So stay tuned for an upcoming video on road trip delivering those. And we got the 165 over here hooked to the drill. We planted oats for this before. I may end up using the 1086 mainly because I'm gonna have to pull this injection pump off. It is pouring fuel now. I don't know, I might can get through seed. Now I've got a hydraulic setup coming for the 3000 from a buddy of mine, Zach, that we went over and looked at all his Ford stuff. His dad's got one for single remote, so we're definitely gonna get that. But the drill's in here. I've got to get the cylinder back on it. It is actually on a chisel plow. The one that came with the drill that I got from my late friend cousin Scott has the O-ring fitting, so I've got to get some adapters for that for my lines. I think I'm gonna put it back on there and we should be ready. I don't know that it's going to be dry enough this week like I wanted it to be, honestly. Went down there and kicked the dirt around a little bit, maybe the very bottom. Depends on how much it dries over the next couple of days, but now they're saying there's a chance of rain Monday. Today's Saturday, March the 8th, I do believe. Let me catch my breath here and leave you guys with it, I believe, after that. Well, it started going south about 1:30 and I don't think it recovered up until now, and it's about 5 o'clock. So we're gonna say that's good enough for one day. We'll go home, get me a shower, take the wife out for some dinner, and we'll worry about this stuff first of the week. So if we don't get that rain I was talking about Monday, then we might be golden by the end of the week to hopefully get the oats in, because I need to roll on with other stuff. We do have a video probably either already out or coming up, update on the Grange on Main, my other channel, where we are on that. A lot of things have changed, but we're ready. Try to deliver this stuff next Saturday. If we get everything planted, if I'm behind for some reason, I need next Saturday to plant. He is in no hurry for it at all. It's just I wanted to get everything on the trailer and ready, so that when that time comes and I've got a free day, we can just head on down the road. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. It's kind of all over the place today. Filmed over a course of 2 days, I think. One good Saturday at the farm and one afternoon. So if you're interested in merchandise, don't forget to go check out farmmerchbin.com for hats, shirts, decals, koozies, keychains, license plates, you name it, they can do it. Allison's amazing. She does work for a lot of other channels here on YouTube. Go check them out. I'll put a link in the description. And we'll see what happens over the next couple days, guys. Until then, thank you.